live from Fox 39, WQRF-TV Rockford, and your home team. Eyewitness News at 9 starts now.
After 5 days of voting, there's finally a new Speaker of the House. We go inside the Capitol and see how it went down in Washington. A blood drive keeps the memory of a fallen Rockford police officer alive. Why these donations are critical, especially now. After all the holiday fun, the time has come. Volunteers hit the streets to put the decorations back in the box. Good evening, I'm Taylor Castro. Thanks for joining us tonight. Friday night, Representative Kevin McCarthy finally secures enough support from his fellow Republicans to win the speakership. Cheers on the House floor following what is now the longest vote to elect a speaker since before the Civil War. Mary Alice Parks has more on the historic vote.
After 15 ballots and voting that stretched into the fifth day, Kevin McCarthy finally elected the new Speaker of the House.
That was easy, huh?
The Republican from California sworn in early Saturday morning, securing the vote after hours of drama that stretched well past midnight.
Yes, I do.
The 118th Congress now ready to get to work. 20 Republicans had been holding firm against McCarthy, but that finally changed after a series of closed-door negotiations and many concessions. After the 14th round, McCarthy still blocked by several members of his party. At one point, Republican Mike Rogers of Alabama had to be physically pulled back during a heated confrontation with Matt Gaetz, a Republican opposing McCarthy. Democrats urging their fellow lawmakers to remain civil.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Minnesota rise?
Madam Clerk, I rise to say, wow.
McCarthy striking several deals with those conservative holdouts in order to secure the votes, including potentially allowing a change to the House rules so that a single lawmaker might be able to force a vote to remove the Speaker of the House. In the final round of voting, McCarthy received 216 votes over Democrat Representative Hakeem Jeffries' 212 votes.
As we begin this 118th Congress, let us continue to fight.
Jeffries, now the minority leader, the first black lawmaker to lead a party in Congress. Mary Alice Parks, ABC News, Washington.
Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin making more remarkable progress in his recovery, with the team saying today that his neurological function is excellent. Hamlin also tweeted for the first time today since he collapsed. He wrote, "Putting love into the world comes back 3 times as much," and thanked everyone for their continued support. On Instagram, Hamlin posted a screenshot of him FaceTiming with Fanatics CEO Michael Rubin and rapper Meek Mill with a big smile on his face. Hamlin went into cardiac arrest Monday night after a first-quarter tackle in a game against the Cincinnati Bengals. He's still in critical condition, but is making progress and continues to breathe on his own. Reagan Holgate will have more on how the NFL is honoring him later in sports. CPR saves lives, and you never know when you're going to need to use it. Visits to the American Heart Association's social media sites that explain CPR and automatic defibrillators, or AEDs, have increased by more than 600% since Hamlin's on-field cardiac arrest. In the moments after Hamlin's collapse, trainers began chest compressions to keep oxygenated blood moving to his brain. Minutes later, they called for an AED and started electronic shocks in a successful attempt to restart his heart. Statistics from the American Heart Association show that 90% of people who suffer cardiac arrest outside the hospital die, many times because no one around them starts chest compressions. You don't have to be certified to perform hands-only chest compressions on a victim of cardiac arrest or use an AED. The American Heart Association has quick tutorials on hands-only CPR and the use of the AED. It could save a life. Speaking of saving lives, a shortage of blood donors has been a concern for months. People packed Hononegah High School on Saturday to support the Rock River Valley Blood Center and the Jamie Cox Foundation. It's for the 2nd annual Jamie Cox Foundation Memorial Blood Drive. All donations stay in the area to be used at local hospitals. Organizers note that it's a quick and easy way to give back. Jamie was a regular blood donor.
It's very humbling. It's amazing to see the outpouring of support from the community, not only to support and honor Jamie and the foundation, but also just to help others in the community who may need blood donations, and it's been a very low shortage lately. They really need the help, and it's just great to see everybody who shows up that wants to give back.
Jamie's memory lives on through the foundation, which supports causes he was passionate about, like helping first responders, veterans, and underprivileged youth. Now that the holidays are over, it's time to put away all of the decorations. Volunteers were out in the cold all day Saturday in downtown Rockford to take down the decorations from Stroll on State. It's quite the process. It takes a lot of help from people in the community to get it done.
We have a lot of stuff out there on the streets that has to come back in, and once it gets back in here, it's got to get organized so it can be repaired and put back together for next year.
Volunteers were out from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No one matched all 6 numbers in last night's Mega Millions drawing with $940 million at stake. There have now been 24 drawings without a big winner. There are payouts for matching some of the numbers. The jackpot for Tuesday's drawing is now $1.1 billion, the third largest in U.S. history. Puppies go wild for the 3rd annual Myers Tails Up Farm Puppy Social Time. It's a way for puppies 8 to 23 weeks to socialize with other puppies, people, and places. Our Nicole Delgado spent the day there.
I think this is great because you get to meet other dog owners that you wouldn't otherwise, because I don't know where any of these people live, so it's great to meet other people that have puppies and are going through the same training issues that you might be going through.
Marilyn Larson brought her 16-week-old Pembroke Corky Norman to Myers Tails Up Farm Puppy Social Time. She tells me this is an event for her puppy, but is finding she is also socializing with other local dog owners.
I wanted to get him involved with other dogs because when I take him to his training class, he doesn't want to pay attention to what we're doing because he wants to play with everybody else.
Marilyn tells me this is exactly what Norman needed to let out all of his high energy. And she is learning new things about her puppy, like seeing how he is with kids, other dogs, and other people. Marketing director at Myers Tail Up Farm, Elaine Henderson, tells me their goal is to help dog owners in the state line help their pets live their best lives, even in the winter. This puppy social event is just one way.
You really have the first 6 months to really imprint on them social skills. And so it's important to get them out of the house, get them meeting new dogs, get them going to new places. And then you can have a companion who can just go with you anywhere you go and do all the fun things you do.
Elaine says it's critically important that puppies have this social time with other puppies at an early age because it could affect your puppy's behavior in the later years.
I was most excited about just seeing him play with other dogs off leash because I've always had him on a leash at his puppy classes. And so I was anxious to see how he'd react. I was a little concerned about the bigger dogs, but he's doing great with the bigger dogs too.
The puppy social time will continue until the end of March. Reporting in Belvedere for your home team, I'm Nicole Delgado.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Well, unfortunately, we did not break our streak today. We did have a lot more of the clouds than what we had sunshine. We did get eventually some clearing that started to work its way in from the northern part of the viewing area, but that did not make its way quite down to Rockford. And then fortunately, that did lead to, once again, another very overcast day here in the state line. Now, we did have some of that clearing start to work its way in. Notice some of the lighter shades of the clouds that are showing up there on satellite and radar. We did have those clouds, though, that remained in place, though, for the afternoon. The last time that we saw any meaningful sunshine was Christmas Day. It's been quite a while since we have really seen much anything like that, and we had about 2 weeks before that where we had almost an entirely stretch of very cloudy conditions, including every single day so far in January has been completely overcast. So we have not had any sunshine yet in 2023. We are looking to change that, though, as we get into the day tomorrow. High pressure to our north helps to keep our winds a little bit on the lighter side, but it's also bringing some of the cooler air into place. And that's why we still see some areas a little bit further up to the north and northwest where some of the fresh snowfall is. Temperatures there into the teens and even single digits in a couple spots. We're not quite that cold here locally, but many spots are in the 20s at the moment. 25 in Rockford, 26 in DeKalb, 28 in Rochelle, 24 in Freeport, down into the teens already, up a little bit further to the northwest, including there in Galena. Pretty close to the teens, and Monroe at the teens, into the 19 for the temperature at the moment with some of those clearer skies. I'll show you the visibility because we haven't seen any drops in visibility just yet, or at least any major drops, but we could have some patchier fog developing later on into the night tonight, similar to what we had last night with those temperatures falling pretty close to the dew point and those lighter winds. Right now, visibility looking pretty good, but still fairly overcast skies a little bit further to the north. Our SkyTrack camera in Beloit, Wisconsin is brought to us by Bryden Motors. The temperatures tonight continuing to fall back into the lower 20s. Overcast skies for the most part, patchier fog with winds fairly light, and that's why that fog is allowed to develop. During the day tomorrow, though, we hope to break the streak of some sunshine, but similar to what we had today, it's not going to be very easy as we have a lot of cloud cover still remaining in place. We might see a couple of breaks in the clouds leading to some sunshine. Does not help in the temperature department, though, as we only get back into the 30s. Futurecast continues to show those clouds working its way in. Some patches of flurries to our south. That system will not really impact us very much. We could have a flake or two flying during the overnight tonight and early part of the day tomorrow. Eventually that clearing does work in, but not till we get later into the day tomorrow. And then clouds beginning to fill back in ahead of the next weather system that works its way in for the middle of the week. Initially, this is going to bring us a chance for some rain, maybe some wintry mixed in with that as well. So still something that we're going to be keeping an eye on as we trend into the end of the week, with temperatures warming up at least in the short term, close to 40 degrees for quite a few days. We're still 33 tomorrow with a very small chance for some flurries. 40 on Monday, and then a lot cooler with temperatures in the 30s before our next chance for rain and wintry mix next week.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
Today's slate was full of basketball here in the State Line. Rumble in the Rock returned after a year hiatus, and it did not disappoint. We'll start with some high school boys action. Big matchup between East and Guilford. The E-Rabs were coming off a huge win last night over Boylan. E-Rabs here off the inbound and straight to Carl Harris for two. Then comes JT Samuels from the corner, and it's good. Here's Samuels again taking it himself, and just too easy. Now for the Vikings, Malachi Johnson on the takeaway here, and he slams it down. And then how about Cinco Gary grabs the board here and gets the putback. He was a menace in the paint tonight, but the East E-Rabs will rally to grab another huge conference win, 51-48. Now for the girls, Auburn and Jefferson opened up the Rumble in the Rock this morning with a 10 a.m. game. Jefferson's Tamaya Sago makes a great drive and banks in the shot. And then it'll be Sago again with the ball, this time dishing it to Cadence Bailey for the layup. Bailey scored 11 points. At the other end, Ariana White made 3 three-pointers to help Auburn take the lead in the third quarter. The Jayhawks get another basket by Tamara Blackman. She scored 12 points. But Auburn's Olivia Brown was the star of this game. She scores 2 of her game-high 30 points. Auburn beat Jefferson 58-49. In more Nick 10 girls action this afternoon, the Guilford Vikings beat East 68-15. Guilford is second in the conference, now at 8-1 behind Hononegah. Rumble in the Rock consisted of some college hoops, too. The Rock Valley women had a big matchup with number 8 ranked Illinois Central. RVC also came into this game ranked at number 11, so this was a big one. Here the rebound gets flicked out to McKenna Williams, and she gets the jumper to fall. Emily Rich really started heating up for the Golden Eagles, and here she goes from the corner for 3, but that wouldn't be the only one. She finished with 11 points today. RVC starting to let things slip, though, and Maya Webb will make a statement right here for 3. And it'll be Rich here again trying to keep hope alive, floats one up for 2. Time winding down. Carly LeMay is wide open for 3, and she's got it. That brings Rock Valley within 1 with 26 seconds to go, but Illinois Central will hang on, taking down Rock Valley 66-62. Now let's move over to the Rock Valley men. They also hosted Illinois Central. Beginning of this one, and George Williams drains one from deep. Jordan Majid snags the rebound here, and he banks in the one-handed floater. Look at those moves there. And now don't mess with the big man in the middle. Look at Antonio Levy working his way in and making moves in the paint. And here he comes again, but this time he's gonna go with the one-handed slam. My goodness. And to keep things rumbling in the Rock, Blessing Niwotite all alone goes home with a massive dunk. What a game this was, wire to wire the whole way, but Rock Valley will grab the win 73-71. Illinois had a big conference matchup today with the Badgers, and they grabbed the W 79-69, the final in Champaign. And today marked the first games after Damar Hamlin's injury on Monday night. NFL teams were showing their support by outlining the number 3 on the field in Buffalo blue or red, wearing Love for Damar shirts. And the ESPN crew even flipped their mic flags upside down to make the number 3. What a start to a great weekend of football, and even better that number 3 continues to be top of mind for these players, coaches, and fans.
All right, Jordan, when are we going to see sunshine?
We're really hoping for tomorrow, but a
You
better
said that
chance.
yesterday.
I know, and the clouds ended up staying in place. We did have some sunshine a little bit further to the north, so there were some spots that did see some sun. Unfortunately, did not quite make it as far south as Rockford. We had overcast skies once again today, but we have some chances for some sunshine to break in tomorrow, and then slightly higher chances on Monday. So hope is not all lost. We could see some sunshine the next few days. The first one, interactive radar from Rockford Auto Glass and More, does not show any precipitation, but we do have some slight clearing tonight. We do have a couple chances for some flurries during the early part of the day tomorrow, with a very weak system passing just to our south. Our slightly better chance for sunshine comes in on Monday with temperatures in the 40s, or at least pretty close to that mark. We're back into the upper 30s for the next few days following, and then weather system working in for the end of the week could bring us a wintry mix.
Well, fingers crossed for tomorrow. Thanks, Jordan, and thank you for joining us.